I'm gonna say this now. This is a hot take. But soup is as useful as pasta water.
What?
I don't like soup that much.
I don't like soup. It's bad. It deserves to get poured away.
I make my own
But
broths.
then what are you going to have for lunch?
I make my own broths, but I don't like soup. Like, it's very messy and sticky.
Bella makes her own broth.
You make sandwiches for lunch, Wilkie.
Or eggs.
Or eggs. Or anything but soup, because soup is a waste of a meal.
Suddenly it's all broth and eggs. What's up with you?
Broth and eggs is Bella's thing. I'm just anti-soup.
Hold on. Hambo has distracted us from the fact that how can you not like soup? Just like, when you're ill, just have like some Heinz tomato soup. You ever had Heinz tomato soup?
Or yeah, and I didn't like it.
Why
not?
You
just have Heinz tomato beans because soup.
You just eat a bowl of beans
with some bread.
Yeah,
okay, have bread.
Wilkie, come on, I'm not an animal.
Have bread with the soup then.
No, because bread is distracting. Bread is the best bit about the soup. It's distracting you from the fact that the soup is just someone has taken a meal, effectively shoved it in a blender and made it wet. It's just a wet meal, and wet doesn't always mean better, Wilkie.
I'm with Hamish on this one. I don't like soup that much.
This feels like the right sort of time to do the theme tune.
Welcome back, everybody, to a little show we like to do here at the weekend, or as you call it, Wednesday. It's, of course, Boy Review, hosted by me, Hamish.
And me, the Churchill dog. Oh, yes.
Oh, that's it. I love that you bring an impression every week, Wilkie.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And they're always very good, but also dwindling on sort of how well people know them. The Churchill dog, I feel like, is a little bit more niche.
It was either Churchill dog or Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove. I'm going to put a bit more work into my Kronk before next week. Maybe hashtag Boy Review Kronk, and I'll do my Kronk impression next week.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll make sure to get the hashtag trending. And unfortunately, one person on this show is going to miss it next week because we've got a guest.
Hello, I'm Bella. That's it.
Hi, Bella.
Just Bella?
Just
Are
Bella.
you like Beyonce?
What? No.
Or Cher.
I wish I was Beyonce.
No, or Shakira.
I also wish I could be Shakira, but I'm not.
Pitbull.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You mix us worldwide.
No, I'm just Bella from the hit podcast Prompted.
Here's the thing, honestly, you guys probably have more listeners than us, so.
Oh, 1,000%. Izzy's shown me Prompted's listeners. It's
so disheartening.
It's so unreasonably higher than ours.
I mean, Izzy is definitely the mastermind behind the whole operation. I need
to get her to help it with this operation.
If this were Operation, like, its nose is flashing, we failed to pull the ice cream out of the leg or wherever the ice cream goes.
Ice cream's in the head because it's brain freeze, I think.
Oh, of course it is. I never played.
A lot of them are puns.
Allowed.
Oh, I never noticed.
You weren't allowed to play Operation?
No, I wasn't allowed anything that was electronic. Not I wasn't allowed, I just didn't have.
Wait, what are the people in America that don't have any technology? Like, they live in the past?
They're Amish.
Amish, yeah. Okay, are your parents Amish? No, is this how you reveal on the show?
No, my parents aren't Amish. I shouldn't have said I wasn't allowed them, because that's not true. I happened to not have any electronic toys. I just had like Lego and.
What about Tamagotchi?
I never had a Tamagotchi.
Which was the best? I had
electronic.
Lego and Go-Go's Crazy Bones, and that was it, really.
And if you want to know more about Go-Go's Crazy Bones, you can listen to last week's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got to plug ourselves.
We really do. Hambo, what episode are we on now? I feel like, because I feel like I haven't been paying attention, and suddenly we've done this show quite a lot.
Yeah, we were up to, we need to keep track in our Boy Review list of things we've already reviewed, because it's now got to the point where that is important, and we've not done it for the past few weeks.
This is true.
But we're up to episode 14 now, I believe. I just uploaded episode 13 to everywhere. So, as it's an even-numbered week, Wilkie, you get to go first with your topic.
Heck yeah. My topic this week is sort of adjacent to something I've talked about before, but new in its own way. I'd like to talk about Technoblade.
What is Technoblade?
Technoblade is a Minecraft YouTuber. We talked about Minecraft before on this show. I probably mentioned Technoblade and mentioned the fact that I wanted to talk about him more. So that's what this is. Technoblade is most well known for being plausibly the best in the world at Minecraft PvP. So things like Sky Wars and Bed Wars, these like competitions where it's not to do with like survival Minecraft. There's no mobs, there's no fighting the Ender Dragon. It's just you get dropped into an arena and you gotta kill people. And he's incredibly good at it. He got a over 1,000 win streak on a game called Bed Wars, where you have a bed and a team of 4, and you gotta protect your bed. And if your bed gets destroyed, you can no longer respawn. And so there's either 4, 6, or 8 teams in that arena. And yeah, he without teaming mostly, won 1,000 games in a row.
That's pretty impressive.
Very impressive.
So also to ask about Bed Wars, is the strategy then, even if your bed gets destroyed, as long as you don't die, you could still win?
This is true, yes.
Okay.
But
that sounds like a really cool idea for a game.
It's so funny watching him play Bed Wars, because he, like, a lot of the time, he is so much more proficient at the game than others. There's clips where he just like runs up to their bed and just starts like it's not being defended, there's no blocks around it, and just breaks it and like knocks someone off the edge of the map because it's always over the void, and they're just doing nothing to defend themselves. And it's very funny watching him just overwhelm like entire games of this game mode. It's very impressive. But what I'd like to talk about is sort of my main point today, sort of adjacent to that, is just Technoblade's dedication. This man is dedicated to Minecraft. He dropped out of college to pursue his Minecraft content creation on YouTube. And
it sounds like he made the right decision.
He does very well. Here's the thing. Shockingly few subscribers. Like, you look at someone like Tommy Innit, right? Tommy Innit, similar style of content, also does lots of like high pixel videos, Bed Wars and Skyblock. But Tommy Innit has like just got, I think, 10 million subscribers. Techno only very recently hit 3 million. He's on a bit of a upward curve at the moment, but he's had very few subscribers for a very long time, and it's weird because his content is so engaging and incredible. And on topic of dedication, there's one series I'd like to talk about in particular, and that is a series called the Potato War.
Okay, you've got me intrigued.
Yes, I'm not gonna spoil anything else. So Techno is involved in a few different projects. I'm not gonna spoil any of those, but I will be spoiling parts 1, 2, and 3 of the Potato War. I cannot encapsulate them in this short period of time, so do go watch them if this sounds interesting. But like some of the major plot points will be spoiled, so bear that in mind. Maybe skip ahead till the next segment if you don't want to be spoiled. The Potato War took place on a game called Skyblock. Skyblock is essentially, I think I've discussed it before, World of Warcraft but in Minecraft. So it's this big like MMO. You've got different skills you level up, different find loot, kill bosses, that sort of thing. But it's got this unique thing where you have your own personal island, like in a traditional Skyblock game of Minecraft. And you can build up this island with different resource generators called minions, and it's just a little person that will sit there and like create resources around them. So like you have a little diamond minion, and they sit there in a little 5x5 square of diamonds, and they mine them for you, and they store them, and you can come back and collect them. So you don't have to do a lot of the really boring stuff yourself. When you look in the game's menu at your different skills, you can actually see how many of a certain item you've ever acquired.
Okay.
And you can also see where you rank in the world. Now, for some reason, I can't quite remember. There's a specific item in the game that requires a load of potatoes. So Technoblade was just farming potatoes to like make a really powerful potato sword or something. And he saw that he had entered the top 1% of people who'd ever farmed potatoes, just by accident. And he thought to himself, that's not good enough. I'm going to become number 1 at farming potatoes.
Yeah, that's right.
So he does a bit of forum scouring, and he finds this person called I'm a Squid Kid. And I'm a Squid Kid is claiming to be number 1. They have screenshots that show that they are number 1 in potatoes. And Technoblade visits this guy's island, and it's embarrassing. Because Techno's been working out this like optimal strategy for where to put the minions, there's a thing called a farming crystal that buffs them in a certain radius. So he's built this thing called the Potato Dome that encapsulates the most potato minions in I'm going to say potato so often.
It's become just not feel like a real word at the end of all of this.
It's not like a real. And Squid Kid's Island is embarrassing. It's terrible. It's so inefficient. And he's somehow number 1.
Maybe he has just other stuff going on. Maybe he's just got a little bit assigned to potatoes, a little bit assigned to the resources. He wants to be the best, but he's not putting the effort in to stay the top.
Yeah.
Because, he's got other stuff to do.
He's a college student, famously. And
okay, well, I mean, he's probably got to go and study.
Yeah. That's an important tool that might help us later.
Oh, okay.
So Techno, that's the first video, right? Of him just like discovering his quest and scouting out his enemy.
It's weird that he knew it would be called the Potato Wars when he started it then.
Well, no, because it's a YouTube video. He made the whole thing and then gave it a name.
I don't know. I'm skeptical.
Okay.
I'm on the fence.
That sounds painful.
What are you on the fence about, Hamish?
I don't know. I'm just sat on it.
Okay.
I think Hamish is just being irritating.
Well, that's not unusual.
Thanks, Tom Jones. What's new?
Did you just make a Tom Jones noise and then thank yourself?
No, it's because you said it's not unusual.
You said it's not
Oh! Why am I so slow?
Oh, that was so good.
Oh god, the unholy waveforms I'm producing. That was so tall. I'm sorry, future Hamish, that you had to edit that.
It's okay.
Headphone warning. Okay, I can't recount the entire plot because it's very dense. But essentially, Technoblade uncovers, like, it's so dense. These little things. There's a little pet. These little animals that will follow you around, and he discovers that I can't even remember what the animal is. I'm gonna Google it.
Why Wilkie Googles this? I think it's a lot of like watching a speedrun or some of these other people, because it's impressive to see how great they are at a game. I mean,
a rabbit.
To go in the same world as a rabbit.
Continue, Hamish.
Well, because talking about like Minecraft people, I recently saw a couple of videos by a streamer called Dream. I don't know how he ended up in my feed, but it did. And it was really cool. It's Minecraft speedrunner versus hunters. And I think he does a series where his goal is to beat the game before he gets killed by other people that are also trying to beat him. And it's insane, some of the stuff he does, Like one of this thing, he just starts building a tower over water and people think, oh, we're going to get him. He then jumps off. They follow him and he's got ice boots. So when he lands on the floor, he just creates ice below him and they all die. And it's insane. It's other things like he'll just jump really high. He'll place a boat right at the bottom and land in it and be absolutely fine. And it's other crazy stuff. It's like, how do you get so good? Because like, if I jumped off something and be like, I'm going to try this, I would die 99 times out of 1,000, out of 100. I'd just die every single time.
Yeah.
I'd lose. I wouldn't be able to place the boat down. I'd probably die the 100th time, to be honest. I'd try and put the boat down and I'd miss. It'd mark my grave.
Dream is amazing, yeah. Have you seen the one where he stepping stones across lava using boats?
I probably have done. I've seen a lot of these weird things.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you get so confident? And it's just, he knows exactly where he's going to land.
Yeah.
He just puts blocks in place and it's like, okay, you play a lot of this game. It's insane.
Actually, earlier this year, Mr. Beast?
I've heard of him.
The guy who does like the like stay in the circle and last to leave gets $100,000 or something.
Yeah, the guy with all the cash.
Yeah.
The person to be very profitable to be friends with.
Yeah. He put up $100,000 for a 1v1 between Technoblade and Dream.
Okay.
And Technoblade won 6-5.
Damn.
It was very close. But yeah, Technoblade, undisputed PvP champion. But yeah, Technoblade discovers that this rabbit pet can boost your the speed of your farming minions. Because there's no point farming manually, right? You need the farm. It's just like maxing out your farming minions, mathematically working out the optimal way to get potatoes. And he works out that this rabbit pet can do that. He also works out that you can't have more than one rabbit pet affecting your island at any one time. And whichever rabbit pet has been there the longest is the one that takes effect. So, he buys a second Minecraft account, gets it a rabbit pet as well, and puts it on Squid Kid's island. So his rabbit pet, his real rabbit pet, is adding 30% more potatoes to his island. And while Squid Kid thinks he's also getting 30% more potatoes, he's actually getting 0.3% more potatoes. Because Technoblade's second account is overriding Squid Kid's minion. That might be a bit confusing. It makes more sense when you get all the context with it.
So he's basically like sabotaging this person's account.
But
that's
then,
really
course,
funny.
I think at the start of the third video, he keeps making references to Sun Tzu. It's brilliant. Like he's all war is deception. It's brilliant. The beginning, I think, it's the beginning of either the second or the third video. Is just like the secret to winning a war is not giving away all your secret strategies in a YouTube video. Because, of course, the moment he releases the YouTube video, Squid Kid knows exactly what's going on and just, like, bans him. So he has to come up with new strategies. And after about a year of this war going on, of these two just, like, Technoblade, is working about, 11 hours a day of just farming potatoes to beat this guy. It's incredibly, it's just bonkers. But they're like, look, we can't keep going, right? We're just trading number one back and forth. Well, mostly Technoblade has it. First person to get to 500 million lifetime potatoes farmed wins. And then we can leave it. And then Technoblade can finally rest.
One of them will be the winner, one of them will be the loser, and that's it done.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Whoever subsequently takes number one, doesn't matter. Someone has won the potato war. So, spoilers, when Technoblade does win the potato war, Squid Kid says, oh, it must have been so close. We must have been so close. Techno was 88 million potatoes ahead of him. So when Techno hit 500 million, Squid Kid was on 22 million? No, 12 million even. 412 million even. So yeah, that's a massive difference. And Techno reveals that Squid Squid had a bunch of minions, like human minions, just working out, spying on Techno, doing maths for him, working out how close they were. But the thing was, Technoblade had lied in his videos before about how many potatoes he was producing by about 20%. So Squid Kid was like, I'm producing more potatoes than Techno is. No, Techno is producing more potatoes. All war is deception.
That's really good as a final little bit. And I mean, because 3 videos over what, a year and a half or something? Or
yeah, a year and a bit. Yeah.
That's a lot of dedication, because I guess you were saying if he's having to spend a lot of hours a day, I guess this isn't running in the background. This is
you
active.
Have to be also
loaded into the game.
The most bonkers thing. So between 2 and 3, right? 2 and 3 had almost a year gap in between them, right? Technoblade joins a multiplayer survival game called SMP Earth, where the map is a replica of Earth, but at 1/10 scale or something. He reveals in Potato War 3, I think, or a tweet that I saw, I can't quite remember, he only joined SMP Earth to distract Squid Kid. To make Squid Kid think he'd stop trying, and so Squid Kid would be like, the war's off, I guess. To throw him off the scent, he joined an entire, YouTube series.
He was really playing dirty. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
All war is deception. All war is deception. That's,
exactly.
He said it in the first episode, and he really came through. So yeah, Techno 1 gets a special item, a unique item in the game, and moves on. Again, I know I've spoiled the result. I feel like it sort of seems obvious that Techno's going to win from the start.
I mean, I don't really care, Wilkie. I still want to watch this. It sounds really interesting. I want to give it a go.
Some of the most compelling content I've seen ever. I showed Malix, who you'd have heard on last week's episode, and we have now rewatched the third episode twice more because it's gripping stuff. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend watching the Potato War.
Awesome.
Tempted to give it a bad good just because, like, poor Technoblade, he barely got any sleep for a year. But no, it's good content, and I would absolutely recommend it.
That's awesome. Well, with that, I'm going to roll straight into our second topic, which is going to be mine. So this week, I wanted to talk about a kind of biscuit. We put out on Instagram, Wilkie really likes ginger nut biscuits, and I want to talk about how I really like Oreos. I bought some Oreos for the first time in a long time at Tesco the other day, and you know what? I forgot how great they are. Anyone that doesn't know what an Oreo is how do you not know what an Oreo is? It's a biscuit. You have a layer of biscuit, layer of white cream in the middle, and then a layer of biscuit sandwiching it. And it's fantastic. Typically, it's like a black chocolatey biscuit with white filling in the middle, but you can get lots of different kinds. You can have peanut butter filling, strawberry filling, mint filling. You can have double stuff filling. The double stuff are the best kinds.
I like the mint ones.
It's just like toothpaste, surely.
No, mint, that's wrong.
Mint ones are good.
Mint's bad. Mint is bad. Mint and chocolate should not go together. It's a
travesty that people eat after
eights.
Mint and chocolate, that's good. Like mint chocolate chip ice cream, good.
Yeah.
Mint Oreo, I can't imagine that being good.
I thought it was quite good. It kind of reminded me of mint chocolate ice cream.
I only eat Hydrox anyway.
So what is your guys' experiences of Oreo? Do you guys ever eat Oreos? What Oreos do you guys like? Because I'm going to go with my favourites, because I got a pack of regular, I got a pack of double stuff, and I've got to say that I think if I just got the regular, I'd have been fine. But when you've got to compare them to the double stuff, even though you get way fewer biscuits, it's way better because the cream is the best bit.
Okay.
And it ruins the other ones because then they feel so thin and small.
I entirely disagree with that statement. I think the biscuit is the best part of the Oreo, not the cream.
Fight.
I usually take the biscuit off and eat the biscuit separately to the cream.
Do you do that, Hambo? Do you split them open?
No, you just chomped straight down the middle.
I mean, I don't, I'll take the top biscuit off, eat that, and then I'll eat the bottom biscuit with the cream, so then it's almost like having double stuffed anyway.
Do you do the thing where you twist it, lick it, put it back on, then put it in the milk?
That's perverse. I don't lick it. That's disgusting. No, why would you lick it and then eat your own spit? What is the point?
I mean, technically, you eat your own spit every day.
No, I know, but what's the point when you're doing that anyway? But no, I take the top off because then it's essentially like eating double stuffed anyway, because then you have more cream than biscuit on the second go at it. Also,
so what you're saying is you make your own double stuff to make the regular better.
Yeah, technically, I guess, but I still prefer.
So
the
you
biscuit.
Prefer double stuff?
No, I don't.
Sounds like you're just wrong, Bella.
Because I prefer the biscuit.
Here's the deciding factor, Bella. If Oreo started selling a packet of just the biscuits, would you buy that?
Yes. I love the biscuit.
Are the biscuits too dry, though? Do the biscuits need the cream? Because the biscuits are very dry.
Well, I feel like you could have a cup of tea or a coffee or something if it was too dry. But also, fun fact,
I can't do a glass of milk.
Oreos are vegan.
Are you lactose intolerant or?
I'm no, but also yes.
Right.
I'm okay. I feel like it's a yes or a no answer. I think
very slightly. I cannot drink a glass of milk. Literally anything else I'm fine with, like very cheesy mac and cheese. But if I just neck a glass of milk, I will not be well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's a good idea. I'm just saying it's fun to dip milk into biscuits. If I'm having milk with some biscuits, it can go down.
To dip milk in biscuits?
To dip biscuits.
Yeah, that's right, Wilkie. No, I said it right. I freeze my milk and then I dip it into the biscuits that I blended.
That's pretty cool, actually.
That's pretty. Yeah, right. Pretty.
Then I make like a milk. Yeah, milk ice cream.
Oh,
that's just ice cream.
I don't know if I like those. It's not just ice cream. Ice cream has sugar and vanilla.
What do you think ice cream's made of?
It has sugar in it, Wilkie.
Milk probably has sugar in.
Yeah, milk ice cream is ice cream made with ice cream has sugar in it. Yes, you're right. So milk ice cream is just plain ice cream.
Nah, I reckon it would be like a slushy.
But yeah,
it'd be really crumbly, like slush. Ooh.
It would just be like generic sweet ice cream.
I'm gonna just completely disagree there. No, it wouldn't be. It would be like, okay, I'm gonna have to look this up now.
It's like saying water ice. It's just a regular ice cream.
No,
that
because
sounds true. Well, what?
no, because if that's the case, then it would be milk ice, not ice cream.
What do you think cream's made of?
Thick milk, but the milk itself is not cream until you make it into cream.
It's got
Is that thick with 2 C's or just one?
It's got cream in it. The milk has the cream in it. When you make ice cream, you make it with milk and cream and sugar, and you freeze it, and then that's milk ice cream.
Well, I better look that up, because what astounds me about Oreos, there are just so many flavours, and some of them are really good. You know, I've talked about a few of them. I like the regular double stuff. That's just the regular cream, though. Strawberry cream, I think, is awesome. Bella says she likes the mint. She's wrong, but she can have her own opinion. I've had the peanut butter ones a couple of times.
Did you almost say potato there?
Great option. I did nearly say potato. 1 or 2 times felt like a great option. A few others, maybe it was just a bad pack. But who knows? I mean, I bought them from Roots. Maybe they'd been there for a little while. Who knows? But not the best. And there are some other ones that you get chocolate Oreos, which is way loads of chocolate. Surprisingly good.
Are they
very
the
awesome.
ones covered in chocolate?
Oh, those. That's when it gets even to the next level. Obviously, I think Oreo and Cadbury are owned by the same Kraft parent company. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Probably.
They do.
You know how capitalism is. They're probably all owned by the same company eventually.
They do a lot of interaction. So yeah, you can get Oreos dipped in chocolate. I had some of those the other day. They are very, very nice. But you can also get like dairy milk chocolate bars. So it's dairy milk on either side, and then there's an Oreo down the middle, and that is also fantastically good. Now, are these very sugary? Yes. Do they make me hyperactive? Also yes. But do I enjoy them all the step of the way? Absolutely I do. And, you know, is that maybe because there was an article I read once that said that how Oreos are more addictive than some variants of cocaine? True, maybe that is the case. Because sugar and biscuits and cream, I don't care, I'll just eat it all up. Because Oreos are fantastic. I think they're a great biscuit. Are they beatable? I think so. I think there are probably slightly better biscuits out there. But Oreos just feel so great.
Now, Hamish,
I love them.
Up until now, we've been talking about the different things that you can have inside your Oreo, right?
Yes.
And also, can you dip them in chocolate? Which is yes. Have you ever had a golden Oreo?
I have not had a golden Oreo, Wilkie.
Because I think if I've eaten more Oreos of any one kind, it might be golden Oreos. Because in first year, I used to, I'd pop by, like you were saying earlier, Roots grocery store on the campus of our university, on my way back from a lecture, and I'd grab a snack for the evening. And often it would be the golden Oreos that were the ones that were on offer. And I was like, I might as well get the ones on offer, so at least I'm not breaking the bank. And golden Oreos, as far as I can tell, the biscuit is vanilla flavoured rather than chocolate flavoured. It's very interesting.
Is it kind of like bad custard creams?
It's kind of like you know what? It's kind of like a custard cream.
It's a branded custard cream.
I'd never. So is a bourbon then just a chocolate Oreo?
I think it's
because it's different.
It's a different biscuit.
Because Oreos are made with our baker friend Alex told us this. I can't remember if you were there. It's Dutched cocoa powder. Specifically, it's called Dutched, and it's like...
Is that where they put it at a weird angle before they put it into the...
Yeah. No, they like burn it. They very carefully like burn it just a little bit, and that's where you get the really dark. Like that's why the biscuit is so dark, like not chocolatey brown like a bourbon.
Also, the cream inside an Oreo is like white. I assume white vanilla cream, whereas a bourbon has chocolate cream in the middle.
Well, yeah, that's why I was saying a bourbon with chocolate Oreo. Obviously.
Oh yeah, true.
Oreo with chocolate cream.
Well, I feel we've talked about Oreos because I have a second part to this topic in a second. So I'm going to quickly rate and rank Oreos. Now, I think I can't rank and rate and rank every flavour. And there are some that I don't like. There are some that I love and some that I don't love. So I'm going to give it overall a bad good. Because if Oreos were perfect, there'd just be one. The fact that they have to do so many feels like they're overcompensating. They're getting a little bit too complex. And because Oreos are getting a little bit too complex, and that we have a guest on, I thought I'd run a quiz this week.
Wahoo!
And this isn't going to be Boy Beats World, because Bella came on a bit last minute, so she wasn't able to give us a topic and prepare a specific quiz. It is instead one of my own naming convention, which is Oreos or Orenos.
I really hate that.
Can we play the Orinoco flow?
Okay. I'm just going to skip on past that because I don't get it. I have
song.
come up with a list of Oreos, real flavours, but also some fake flavours, some Orenos. And you've got to tell me whether you think the Oreo flavour that I have given you is real or not. I am going to tell you the flavour of the biscuit, or the title of it, and I will also tell you what it would look like. Either what it actually looks like or a fake design of mine. And once we've gone through all 10, we will then go through the answers just to make it quickly. I'm going to flip a coin. I've got one here. Decide who goes first. Bella, is your other guess? Would you like heads or tails?
Heads, please.
That is a heads. Bella will get to go first. Want to start off with, Bella, we have birthday cake Oreos. Birthday cake Oreos look like your typical regular Oreo with the 2 black biscuits and the white cream, but the cream looks like it has sprinkles in it.
I'm pretty sure...
Like little cut of lines.
I'm pretty sure those are real because I think my sister's had them. I think.
Okay.
If Bella's wrong, can I steal?
No, Wilkie, you also get to guess.
Bella just gets to guess first.
Yes.
I also know that birthday cake Oreos are real, yes.
Okay. And then we'll then swap on the next one. So Wilkie will get to answer this one first.
Then Bella can copy my answer.
If she wants to. So the next brand of Oreos are peanut butter and jelly Oreos, or specifically PB&J Oreos. These are made with golden Oreo cookies that you were talking earlier, but are filled with both peanut butter cream and jelly flavored cream. So it's a bit of orangey and red next to each other.
See, I was gonna say Oreno, but then I remembered that America exists.
Yeah, I think Oreos do originate from America.
I don't think I've seen them sold in England, but I think PB&J Oreos would market well to an American audience, so I'm going to say yes.
Okay, real. Bella, where do you stand on this?
I'm going to stick to my gut and say no.
Oh, it's fake. Okay.
I mean,
very
Wilkie
good.
Makes a good point, but I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
No, that's okay.
I'll be honest. I'm struggling to visualize the 2 layers, but it's the sort of thing an American company like. I see it for America.
Okay, next up we have toothpaste Oreos. These look pretty much the same as regular Oreos. They are black with a white filling, but obviously when you bite into them, they will taste minty like toothpaste.
And they're called toothpaste Oreos.
Yes, they're specifically called toothpaste Oreos.
I feel like you're just taking the mick of mint Oreos because you're judgmental about mint Oreos, so I'm going to say no.
Okay. Wilkie, where do you stand on toothpaste Oreos?
See, I think it's like if I were thinking, I'll make up some Oreo flavors, I don't think I'd make up toothpaste Oreos because it's too obvious. I swear I've seen toothpaste Oreos, but it might have been like a meme video. I'm gonna say yes. But they're they're like a joke Halloween product or something.
Yeah, maybe they are, yeah. But I'm still gonna stick to no.
That's okay. Well, Wilkie, you get to go first on this one. This is mystery Oreos. They look like kind of like chocolate Oreos, so dark chocolate and then chocolate down the middle, or brown flavor down the middle. Brown cream. Brown flavor sounds wrong. Brown cream. Mystery Oreos.
So what is the inside sometimes chocolate and sometimes like
no, so the
bird's eye chili?
This is just a mystery flavor. You are not told on the packaging what this flavor is.
So you could open it and it would be normal Oreos, or
they always look the same. The mystery Oreo always looks the same.
And does it provide all the flavors, or does it provide one flavor and you just have to find out by buying it?
It's always the same flavor.
I'm gonna say no, because if I were at Oreos and someone came and pitched to me mystery Oreos and I said, "Oh wow, are they different flavors?" and they said no, I would fire them on the spot because that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm going to agree.
What they've invented there is paying someone to design new packaging for chocolate Oreos.
Yes, I'm going to agree that mystery Oreos are fake.
Mystery Oreos might be real. That's not them though. That's not how they work.
No, that's not how it works at all.
Okay. Well then, next up is Bella going first on carrot cake Oreos. These are gold biscuits again with a white filling, but they taste like a carrot cake.
I'm going to say yes to that one. That sounds delicious. Okay. I want those.
Wilkie, where do you stand on carrot cake Oreos?
I really want them to be real because that does sound good. Bella's right. Because it wouldn't have vanilla cream. It would have like cream cheese frosting or whatever you call it. Out of hope, I think I'm going to say Oreo yes.
Awesome. Okay, next up we have Fairly Odd Oreos. These are a green and a pink biscuit sandwiching white filling. Fairly Odd Oreos.
So it's a Fairly Odd Parents bit.
Maybe.
I think if these existed, I would have heard of them. So I'm going to say Oreno.
Okay.
What flavour are they? Are they just like different colours?
Fairly Odd Oreos actually taste the same. It's just food colouring that they've put in.
Okay, well then...
They taste like...
No. That's a terrible marketing strategy.
Okay, next up, Bella, you gotta go first on this one. You have hot chicken wing Oreos. These are black with a very vibrant orange filling. So if you imagine the peanut butters now, imagine they're more orange. Those are chicken wing Oreos. Specifically hot chicken wings. Bella?
What? Like savoury or sweet?
They taste like chicken wings. You decide whether if you think a chicken wing's sweet, then you go with that.
I really don't want it to be real, but it could definitely be real, so I'm going to say Oreo. I'm probably wrong.
Oreo, okay. Wilkie?
I think that's the sort of nonsense you'd make up, Hamish. But it's the sort of thing an American would do as well. I keep forgetting that Americans are crazy.
Americans are crazy, man.
I'm gonna say Oreno.
Okay.
I don't think it's quite as appealing.
Well, then we have up next wasabi Oreo. A wasabi flavoured Oreo. Wilkie, is that real or not? Oh, it's to describe it, as given though it's black with green filling.
Yeah, it checks out.
Like a mint Oreo, but not as... Actually, probably better, if I'm honest.
I think I'm again as like a prank Halloween thing or like a joke. I think I'm gonna say Oreo yes.
Okay, Bella, where do you stand on wasabi Oreos?
I think it's real. I think again you could present a platter of mint Oreos to your friend who very much likes them because they're amazing, and they eat them and it's wasabi, which is not appealing at all.
Nice. Okay. We're going over to our final two. The penultimate one is a Burger King Oreo. It is a golden biscuit with a dark chocolate filling. So it looks kind of like a burger, but it tastes like a mixture between a golden and a chocolate Oreo. Bella, you get to go first on this.
I think that sounds really nice, but I don't think it would be called a Burger King Oreo.
Might have been a promotional tie.
I'm going to say Oreno. I just don't think it would be called a Burger King Oreo.
Okay.
See, now I'm concerned that all of these are real.
Yeah.
That would be so good. I should have done that.
Burger King Oreo. I'm going to say Oreo yes. I'm starting to get flashbacks to my brother and me munch squads of all the weird stuff that gets pulled by, again, like American fast food chains with their tie-ins to various things. And I think if Taco Bell can cross over with Doritos, then Burger King can cross over with Oreos.
Okay, but Taco Bell is like a savoury takeaway food, and Doritos are also savoury food, which makes sense, whereas burgers and chocolate biscuits are entirely different things.
Burger King sell desserts.
Bella, I didn't ask for your opinion.
Okay. Finally, we have Wilkie going first on determining whether even more stuff Oreos, stuff spelt with a single F, are real or fake. These look like traditional Oreos, but much like, double stuff or the other ones, you've got extra filling. They're pretty big. It's roughly 8 times the amount of filling you would expect in a traditional Oreo. Even more stuff, but stuff spelt with one F.
I'm going to say Oreo, yes.
Okay. Bella, to close us out, do you believe these are real or fake?
I hate them, but I'm pretty sure they're real.
Awesome. With that all done, you guys, I'm going to go through them all and say what you each put. Please count up your own points. I'm going to trust you on this, and then we'll reveal at the end. I'll also give you some of my reasoning for the fake ones. So birthday cake Oreos, you both said real, and yes, they are real. These are one of the flavours you can buy here in the UK. In certain stores where they do like American aisles, you might find these. They're pretty popular. So yes, birthday cake Oreos are real. Next up, PB&J Oreos. These are one that I actually thought I'd made up, and then when I googled them, they are in fact real. I thought of them as a fake flavor, but then checking it, they are real as well. And yes, they do look like I described. Though I believe some of you got carried away on the flavors being stacked on top of each other. Normally they're kind of next to each other. So you get like half of half.
That sounds great.
So wait, who said what? I think I said
Wilkie said real, Bella said fake, so Wilkie is ahead on 2.
These two fingers, they're a gun.
Next up are toothpaste Oreos. These are fake. These are based on an internet meme where people would get rid of the filling on a regular Oreo, then put toothpaste in there and trick their friends. So you were close that they would be like a trick at Halloween, but they're not made actually by Oreo. Also, to say these are fake as far as I can tell based on lists that I've read online. If anyone would like to correct me later on, let me know. And we can amend the winners accordingly.
An emporium somewhere, like all the in Japan, you can get the massive varieties of Kit Kats.
Yeah, so it's possible that some were missed off. I used a Wikipedia list, which is very in-depth. There were a lot of flavours. Next up are mystery Oreos. You both said these were fake. They are in fact real. And yes, you may be confused as to why every single one in the pack would be the same flavour. It's because mystery Oreos, the gimmick was that if you could correctly guess the flavour, you could win $50,000. Eventually it was guessed, and the flavour was churros. But for they were only ever marketed and sold really as mystery Oreos. So it wasn't the fact that they were random, like you can play with jelly beans where you can get good and bad flavours. They were all the same.
Not a fan.
Next up, carrot cake Oreos. You both said real, and they are real. Hey. Carrot cakes, apparently a lot of people say they are better than the regular birthday cake ones. They taste a bit more real. Fairly Odd Oreos. You both said these were fake, and you were both correct. I got this based on the fact that there was, however, a SpongeBob promotional tie-in. I wasn't sure whether you'd have heard of those, which was, I think, more yellow. I didn't actually note down what the SpongeBob one looked like, but I thought, I'd go with a Fairly Odd Oreo. Next up, this is where things start to get a bit different. Hot chicken wing Oreos. Bella said real, and she'd be correct. These are a Chinese exclusive Oreo. Yes. Additionally, you both said wasabi Oreos were real. Again, they are real. They're Chinese exclusives. So that's why these more, these more, what is it? Umami sort of savory flavored ones are preferred in China. Burger King Oreos, Bella was again correct, saying that they were fake. There was unfortunately no promotional tie-in between Burger King and Oreo. That'd be really good.
I hate
And then finally, even more stuff with one F. These are fake. These are based on there is a brand called The Most Stuff. I wasn't sure whether you'd have heard of those. I think they're an American exclusive which contain 4 times the usual filling. So I imagined one that had even more filling.
When you said 8 times, I should have just heard that was. I've heard of something called Moreos, which is a box containing biscuits and filling and a little shovel, and you can put your own amount of filling in. And there was someone who just really emptied out the entire box and just put it between 2 biscuits. And it made people very angry.
That's the perfect amount. I did have a tiebreaker one if you want to do it for fun. Wilkie, do you want to try and do it, see if you can get an extra point? Because I think Bella did win.
I did win by Bella, 2 points, so...
Yeah, Bella got 7, okay. I got 5.
Oh, no. Well, this final one is...
Tiebreaker for 2 points, so we can draw.
This one is an Earl Grey Oreo. It is traditional brown biscuit, and then sort of a white filling with a slight olive hue would be the way I describe it.
Olive
hue. It's a tie-in with Star Trek Picard that came out earlier this year, I think.
But Earl Grey Oreos. Maybe like an olive hue, but you know what I mean? Sort of like, it's mostly white, but a bit olivey.
Slightly,
like the green I would go with.
Tea-coloured.
Yeah. Real or fake?
I'm gonna say real. I think.
Real.
Unfortunately, these are fake.
Damn
guys.
Damn it.
Yeah, fake Earl Grey Oreos, as far as I can tell, do not exist. I think there are a few other tea ones, though. I think you can get, like, iced tea or lemon tea. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that.
These are my double-stuffed Lapsang Souchong Oreos.
Bella, you don't get a prize, but you can go out and buy yourself a pack of Oreos.
Okay, well...
And I won't... And if you want to buy yourself mint Oreos, I won't even complain about it. I won't say anything.
Okay, good. Because they're great.
That's good. That's Oreos. Bad good with a good quiz.
It's a very good quiz. Thank you, Hamish.
It was a good quiz. It was a good time. And I'm so glad I won. I didn't think the hot chicken wings one was going to get me the win, to be honest. I thought I'd messed up there.
No, I was hoping if you would slip you up. I wasn't sure. But yeah.
Yeah, you got me.
It was good stuff. So Bella, I believe to close out the show, it is your topic for the week.
Yes, and I did steal Wilkie's topic. This was Wilkie's topic, but I very much wanted to talk about it. So I'm talking about She-Ra and the Princesses of Power.
Okay, I know nothing about this show, so please explain.
Right, okay.
I hear a lot about it, though.
I'm going to say spoilers, obviously. So if you...
I'll just take my headphones out.
I'll try and keep it as non-specific as possible. However, She-Ra and the Princesses of Power is actually a reboot of an 80s show. It's on Netflix. It's DreamWorks. And was created by a beautiful human being named Noah Stevenson. And it is about a girl named Adora who works for the Horde, which is essentially a sort of colonial type army. And at the beginning of the show, she thinks that the Horde is the good guys, and then comes across a sword in the woods that turns her into this being named She-Ra, who was a warrior for the first ones, which was like an ancient race that no longer exist. But upon finding this sword, she meets several of the princesses that the army she works for is fighting, and realizes that she's kind of been brainwashed to think that they were evil, when in reality they're the good guys. So she switches sides.
There's a scene at the start where they're doing like a training session, and there's like holographic high-tech training area, and the person running the system is just like, no, we're going to simulate a battle with one of the princesses, and the princess is like this huge like eldritch monster thing that starts crushing them, and when she does meet her first princess, she's like a young girl with pink sparkly hair.
She's like 5 foot and just
sounds very traditional fantasy stuff so far.
Yes. However, what makes She-Ra really, really special, in my opinion, is the representation. She-Ra is a kids show, a cartoon, but I believe it's probably one of the first cartoons I've ever seen with such excellent representation. The representation it's mostly women, because it's She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. The queer representation is massive. There's a non-binary character, there's trans characters, there's gay characters, there's bisexual characters. Like there's so much representation in the show, and it's not just like minor characters either. They're big characters. The BAME representation is also amazing, and the women have different body types also, which is so cool, because usually you see this stereotypical woman figure body, especially when you look at those 80s cartoons or the 80s She-Ra, whereas you've got loads of different body types, bigger women, smaller women, muscular women, which I live for the muscular women, honestly. They are so beautiful. But yes, they are amazing. And there is also neurodivergent representation. So one of the characters in Traptor is canon autistic, which is super, super cool. And I know that quite a few of autistic people in my life are very appreciative of Entraptor as representation. But yeah.
So I have a quick question. So you talk about like representation, you mentioned sort of like in canon. Are all the other representations, obviously like if you can see how the characters are drawn for body types, but sort of like the sexuality stuff, is that all also canon, like sort of proper, or is it one of those things where they kind of, sometimes in shows they go like, oh yeah, we've got this thing and it's heavily implied, or like LeFou in the Beauty and the Beast remake, it was shoved until right at the end.
Yeah, no.
Is this kind of a bit more ongoing?
It's all in canon stuff. Like, yeah, it's all in canon stuff, pretty much, as far as I'm aware, because... Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything or spoil any relationship.
Yeah, but you can't get much more canon than the thing.
The thing, but
okay, so they do sort of, even if they don't say bisexual, they do sort of show a character is interested in lots of different kinds of people.
Yes.
And so, okay, fair.
Yes, it's that's why I say it's probably the first show where I was really amazed by the representation, because it followed quite quickly off Voltron. So Voltron, which is also made by DreamWorks, sort of hyped up having a gay character and then killed off the gay character's boyfriend before you could even meet him, which was like, why did you do that? And then didn't even talk, like there was no indication within this series other than like they shoved like one thing in at the end to suggest that he's gay, which was... It angered a lot of Voltron fans because it felt like they were massively queer baiting, and then they just kind of like shoved it in as an afterthought. Whereas I feel like DreamWorks then thought, okay, we need to do this right this time, and hired Noelle Stevenson to do it properly, which she did, and it's beautiful. And I can highly recommend watching She-Ra. It is amazing. Wilkie's just recently finished it.
Yeah, I blasted through it in about a week or two. It's really good. Yeah, fully agree with everything Bella's said. It's like the the moments you get when there's like watching or like consuming a piece of media somehow where there's like this like big crescendo moment of like where the story all comes to a head and it's all cool and you get like goosebumps. So many of those moments and it's all super cool.
There is so many of those moments. I think the best thing about She-Ra as well is, without sounding weird, the first season is the worst season. It's still an amazing season. Like, it's such a good season, but because it just gets exponentially better as the seasons go on, you're like continually impressed. You're like, oh, but season 2 is better than season 1. How is that possible? Well, season 3 is better than season 2, and then it just keeps going. And I remember watching season 5 and just being in tears of joy for like the entire season. Like I was just like this the whole time, like tensed up. It was really good. But yes,
that's really cool.
I guess
that sounds like a really cool show, because so you mentioned, Wilkie, you said you mentioned able to binge in a week, so the episode's sort of like typical 20 minutes long, or does some get a bit longer?
Each season is, I believe, 13 episodes, each are about like 26 minutes, apart from 2 and 3, which were originally one season but got broken up, so there's like 2 seasons of 6.
I think 1 6 1 7 or something like that.
That would add to 13. You're right.
That's but yeah, this seems really cool, because yeah, sort of I think there are I feel like cartoons are progressively becoming more not just for kids. I mean, we've talked about Wilkie and I were talking about the Clone Wars, which isn't really a cartoon, but it's animated, and you do watch parts of that show and you think this doesn't feel like it's necessarily just a kids show. There's a lot of like complex elements to it, but then I think an issue with it in those respects was it maybe treats you like an adult with some of these like fairly in-depth political and war strategies. It doesn't get super in-depth with representation. I think it's sort of like there's all, even watching Rebels more recently, it's like there's a lot of, okay, like, yeah, it's man of some species loves woman of some species. Even if they have sort of cross-species things, it's still, you know, man and woman. So it's cool that they're sort of introducing concepts like LGBTQ plus representation to young audience, because I guess that's really helpful, because it might help people that are either trying to work out who themselves are or just want to sort of understand who other people are.
Yeah, because a lot of the arguments against like people who don't like seeing gay people in their TV shows is like, well, what will the kids think? I don't want my children watching this, and they sort of don't consider how damaging it is to young like gay and bisexual and LGBT plus kids to see only straight relationships on TV.
I wish She-Ra had existed when I was a kid. It would have helped me growing up so much to see that kind of representation as a child. And I recommended it to my younger cousins because even if they're not necessarily queer, they then realize that they like normalizes those types of relationships, and they don't think it's strange or like alien. Like I know that I'm aware that kids might grow up with certain families or very conservative families who then sort of encourage that those relationships are alien, when in reality we're just normal human beings having normal relationships. And I really wish I'd had it growing up. But what you were saying about it not necessarily being a kids show, another great thing about the show, I think, as well, is that there are definitely themes that an older person would recognize, but a younger person definitely wouldn't recognize, that you could look into, that they go into depth with, but it could still be a kids show, if that makes sense. But like kids can still watch it, but there are some very adult themes that they go into that you would only recognize if you were also an adult, if that makes sense.
That's cool. I guess if someone's got kids, it's promoting the idea of, watch this with your children and you'll still enjoy it.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about them, sitting on Netflix and watching something and they could end up on some weird documentary about something you'd rather them not watch, like probably a murderer or a serial killer. Whereas now you can watch this, keep an eye on them and enjoy the show. That's awesome.
I would give it a good.
Okay, yeah. 2 thumbs up.
Woohoo.
One from each side of this little Discord call I'm looking at. Well, that's really awesome. I think I might kind of give this a watch. I've got to finish off Rebels, but I've only got like 2 episodes to go. And then...
Damn, you only got 2 episodes left of Rebels?
Yeah.
You're almost done.
I know.
I am going to make Izzy watch She-Ra.
Izzy and I need to find something to watch together. We watched The Boys a while ago, and it's been a few weeks now. We haven't picked something back up again.
Maybe you could watch She-Ra.
We could do. Well, we'll have to find out what I've picked up to watch next week. Perhaps that'll be my review topic. If it's She-Ra, though, I can't do that. But anyway, we hope you've enjoyed listening to us at home. If you're listening on podcast services, please make sure to give us a follow, a 5 stars, whatever it is that you do. If you're on our new YouTube channel, or you're on a podcast service and you want to check out our new YouTube channel, do that. The easiest way is going to be to go through our Instagram page, which is at Boy Review, and then you can find on our page, like in our bio, you can find link tr.ee, Linktree, but with a dot before the 2 e's, /Boy Review, and you can find the YouTube link at the top. Unfortunately, we're not quite big enough to be trending if you just type in Boy Review. We've had a couple of people that have struggled to find us. Apparently there's a film called Boy, so when people type in Boy Review, they look up film reviews. But hopefully as...
Oh, this is box office India all
I know,
over
right?
again.
So hopefully over time we will grow. I've seen a couple of our videos have now started trending, at least when I've searched them, and I think when Izzy searched them as well. But please help us grow. Please give us a subscribe, like, comment. You'll also find some YouTube exclusive content. It's going to be sort of a longer version of our opening. Normally there's a bigger, longer conversation that we have that I have to trim down for time. But you can find all of that as an exclusive YouTube content over there. As we mentioned, we also have an Instagram page. Please follow along. We try and give some Instagram exclusive reviews, and we just have some fun. Wilkie does some cool hashtags over on Twitter. Remember to put everything with hashtag BoyReview plus whatever this week's hashtag was. Wilkie, what was this week's again?
We did it at the start. It was plus hashtag Kronk, hashtag BoyReview Kronk.
Yes, if you want to see Kronk next week as Wilkie's impression, or maybe somebody else, give hashtag an impression that you want Wilkie to do. And then also hashtag Oreo if you want to recommend your favourite flavour of Oreo.
Just as long as it's not mint, because Hamish will somehow IP ban you from listening to the show.
Yeah, I'll work it out. I'll work my mystical magic. But until I work out how to ban you, it's going to be a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from me.
Oh, yes.
Bye. Good shit, guys.